played 12 seasons in the National Football League. You've seen all type of receivers, right? You've seen Megatron. You've seen Larry Fitzgerald. You've seen DeAndre Hopkins. You're a dinosaur. You old. You got a chance to play against Justin Jefferson when they needed you to cover a tight end and Gronkowski. Which one of these guys gave you the most problem, and how do you judge wide receivers based on statistics or actual play?
Oh, man, definitely play, because what a lot of people don't see is that, hey, this guy might only have 3 catches today, but he's been double teamed all game, right? So they might not see that. He got a safety over top of him, and he got a receiver and a corner under him. So you got to watch the film. You got to go off a play, because stats can be misleading sometimes. And my toughest matchups, man, first coming in the league, Calvin Johnson, having to deal with him, having to deal with Antonio Brown. Of course, I think we played AB probably about 4 or 5 times, all tough matchups. Dealing with Keenan Allen in the division, always tough. Antonio Gates, he was a monster. Gronk, having to deal with Brady. And then I'll go with the new class, because those are kind of like the older guys. Because I was in a good era, though, because I got to see Randy Moss, T.O., all the kind of older guys, and then I also see these new guys. And I can't skip Tyreek Hill, going against him, seeing how he's developed. When he first came in the league, he struggled running routes. He could barely get off the line, and seeing now he's unstoppable to press now, right? So just seeing his development. But now, man, these young boys, I love these young boys, Key. My top young boy is definitely Jefferson. His route running is exceptional, right? And he just knows how to find the holes, zone or man. He's so silky smooth, right? That, some guys are hard to press, and he's just a guy that just knows how to evade you, right? And you can't say that to everybody knows how to do that, because I think it's something like AB knew how to do it, right? Not every receiver knows how to do that. And he's a guy that just is a phenomenal route runner. Chase, the reason why Chase is so tough is he's like a running back at receiver, right? You got a guy that's physical. Once he gets the ball, he's like a running back. He's hard to bring down. He's very strong. So I love Chase. I love Jefferson. Those would be the 2 top guys in this new era for sure.
My son, we have conversations about players then, now, we try to figure it out. I like young receivers. I like the young receivers. I ain't hating on the young dudes. They cool. It is what it is. I just know things were a little bit more difficult a few years back. That's all. Ain't nothing,
I agree.
It was a little more difficult to run down. I wish I could run down the field. Nobody was grabbing and tugging. Or I wish I could go across the middle line and have Brian Dawkins crazy ass sitting there thinking he Wolverine out on the field trying to hit me in the head. That's because when I look at it, every single team I ever played on, my quarterbacks are always suspect for the most part. Then on top of that, every time I lined up, I had a future Hall of Fame corner or a perennial Pro Bowl corner opposite of me, following me everywhere I went. So it was like, as soon as I broke the damn huddle, I'm like, damn, I got him. And so things are just a little more difficult. But I don't hate on them at all. Because I know, I know what the league was then and what the league is now. But my son,
look at the pay, man.
They want to argue. At the pay. I can't, you know what, Christo? Is I can't look at the pay. The reason I can't look at the pay, because Jerry Rice and them said the same thing about us. Like, man, like, Jerry making $2 million, me and Randy making $9 million. So they looking at it going, they just paid them that, So I get it though. I get it. It's a different era, different times.
League. It's an offensive league, and you can see where the resources are going. They're going to the quarterback, they're going to your receiver, then it's going to your O-lineman. That's pretty much where it's going, right? And now these elite guys are making $30 million, competing with quarterbacks at that price. My only issue is, come on now, we got to get the cornerbacks up, right? Especially the top guys, right? We're man to man. We're on the island. We got to cover these guys. And it's not like they're just getting like. It's different when if the X is just standing out wide and he's beating me all day. No, it's not like that. These guys are in motion. They got these guys in stacks. They're moving these guys all over the field. They're assisting getting these guys open, right? And we have to cover them.
Keyshawn, you hear what Chris is saying. He's telling you exactly. He just left the league. He just left the league and telling you exactly what it is.
Yeah, we got to get the cornerback pay up with him, man. Our job is hard already, man. So Surtain, come on, let's get him up to 30. Sauce Gardner, we got to cover these guys. Let's put some respect on the guys that we gotta go out there and cover these number one guys.
So speaking of the best corners, who do you think is the best corner in the league right now?
Oh, right now. Ooh, that's a very good question, man. I'm gonna have to go. Of course, I'm gonna go with the home team. I'm gonna go with Pat Surtain.
Give us top three. Give us top three.
I'm gonna go with Surtain. I love the corner in Houston. I forgot his name. He's killing me right now.
The young kid from LSU.
Yes.
The young kid from LSU. Oh God, I'm
yes. Stanley. Is it Stan? Is it? Oh, it's killing me right now. I gotta look his name. Stingley.
Stingley. Derek Stingley.
Stingley. There it is. I love his game. Right. I think he's very high. He started out a little shaky, but last year he was elite. Right. And when I look at it, I'm looking at targets. How many times was a guy targeted? How many yards did he give up? How many touchdowns did he give up? This guy didn't give up anything last year. Right. And he was targeted damn near 40 times less, 40 to 30 times less compared to Surtain and Sauce Gardner. So he's shutting down his side. He had 4 or 5 picks, right, with getting less targets. So I love what Stingley did last year. So I would put those guys right there as the top 3 going into the next year. Stingley, Sauce, and Surtain. Sauce kind of reminds me of he's kind of like Sherman without the ball skills, right? Because Sherman had ball skills, right? Mm-hmm. And so Sauce is, he's there to make the plays. He's not giving up any yardage. He has nice pass breakups. But for him to get to that next level, even though he's already been all-pro, I think twice already, right? That's crazy. But to get to the Sherman level, I think once he adds those ball skills, that'll put him on that level.
See, I agree with you on Pat Surtain the second. I really fuck with dude. I like him. Uh-huh. He big, he fast, he's not afraid to stick his head in there. It's difficult for guys if he get his hands on them to get open. That people not just running away from him. Then I got so when I'm looking at players, I look at them a little different than the hype and the nicknames and all that. That's cool. You Sauce Gardner and you're in New York. I get it. You're a good football player. But I look at dudes like Jalen Johnson, Chicago Bears. He plays football. Diamador Lenore, San Francisco. He plays football. I ain't never seeing him chasing people from behind. I'm always seeing him in the mix, active as hell. But, they not going to get that notoriety just because there's other guys on the team that's with them, or Chicago hasn't been very good. So he's not necessarily going to get the notoriety. Sauce Gardner is on his way. There's no question about it. Then we talk about old Wizards and Jalen Ramsey. For some reason, he's an old vet that still is very highly productive, man. He is highly productive. Then you got the boy up in San Francisco, the tall kid, and I like Stingley.
I love his game.
I like Stingley from Houston as well. I think he pretty damn good. I mean, there's a bunch of good ones, but all the dudes, I'm taking my man in Denver for sure off the board first. We absolutely hope you enjoyed this video. If you want more from us, hit that subscribe button for all videos, full episodes, and exclusive content from the show. And don't forget to find All Facts, No Breaks on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.